are here, Elizabeth. We're here on a special, on a Friday morning, April 24th. We're here with a very, very special guest, the Consul General of the State of Israel, who's been here before. His name is Ofir Akunis. Okay,
and shalom, shalom. Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach. But also, this is, I think, this second or third time. Third.
In the office for sure, second or third time. But
here it's the second time.
You in your offices
and
as well.
Last Pesach it was, I think you came to me to visit me in the consulate. So it's the third time, the second time here. And in between, you came to my office. It was a huge privilege for me that you came, and it was a very interesting conversation, like always. It's always interesting, you know.
It's always good. It's always interesting. It's always good to have you. I think we kind of did it as a kind of anniversary type thing, roughly around when you started. Roughly, I think you're now in the position. How long?
2 years. Yeah. May 1st, it will be 2 years. Okay. I started at, it was May 1st, 2024.
Wow. Okay. Time flies really moves
that's
quickly.
Right. Yes, with a lot of events in between.
Elizabeth,
a lot of events.
There's so many events, so many things to ask ask. So what do we start with?
Well, first of all, you represent. You're in the biggest consulate in America
in the world.
In the world for Israel, right? New York, New Jersey.
That's right.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Tell me the other. Delaware.
Ohio and Delaware.
Ohio. Okay.
That's right.
So we're so grateful for your friendship and for you being here. Obviously, the first topic on everyone's mind is whether their tickets are good for going to Israel this summer. We want to ask you how it's going. What do you? I know you can't.
First
I know
of all,
you can't tell
I
the
want
future.
to say, I will, Elizabeth. I will say something in general. I want you to come to Israel whenever, all the time. I think this is, with all the respect to all the other countries around the world, this is the best place on earth. The most I just returned from my Pesach vacation.
Okay.
It was beautiful people, good food, beautiful beaches. Jerusalem in the middle, the Upper Galilee, the Negev, Elat. Everything. It's so beautiful. This is our land, You
didn't work over. You didn't work over Pesach, did you? No work.
No, of course that I did. It's I can't say that it's 24/7 because Shabbat is in the middle, but and from time to time in Shabbat as well, because the last two operations actually launched. It was Shabbat morning. Both of them.
I remember.
Yeah, I'm talking about Iran, of course. So you must open the doors of the consulate, or emergency issues, and actually like a situation room, and I did it. And I hope that I don't know what we are doing it as you said. It's Friday morning, and it's something like 48 hours before the end of the ceasefire, something like that. So let's see, like the president is always saying, let's see what happens. I want to say something clear. I think that most of the Western world, except the United States of America and the State of Israel, we talked about it, I think, during our first conversation. They don't understand the situation. The Ayatollahs don't want them. They don't want them. They want to destroy them. England, they are not part of the coalition. France, they are not part of the coalition. Spain, Italy, Western Europe, other places. The Ayatollahs are, they are saying it, by the way. They're very honest. You just need to listen to them. Death to America, death to Europe, death to Israel. Why? Because this is the Western civilization. So we are, as the German chancellor said in the first operation, Israel is doing the dirty work for the entire world. Now it's the United States of America and the State of Israel and our armies, the president and the prime minister, the administrations, and of course the pilots and others.
Yeah.
I mean, a friend yesterday texted and said, I told Moshe this as well. She said, while she's enjoying the time between the ceasefires right now and from the break from the semi-incessant sirens, she is of two minds. Should Israel and the U.S. finish Iran for good? Is the Lebanon situation going to resolve soon? Are we hopeful that is this going to be a quieter summer?
I will tell you. First of all, Iran and Lebanon, it's the same. And it's not Lebanon, it's Hezbollah. Lebanon is it used to be, a beautiful Christian country. They ruined it. Who ruined it? The Syrians, the PLO, now Hezbollah. As you know, my wife's grandmother, she came to Israel through Beirut, actually. They moved from Syria to Lebanon through Beirut.
I thought you were Greek.
Yes.
I thought
On
you
the other side.
on your mother's side.
My wife's grandmother. My wife's Adi. Her grandmother. She passed away, unfortunately. No, yes, we came from Greece and Poland. 50-50. 50 Ashkenazi, 50 Sephardi. I'm good with everybody.
And by the way, interesting. You didn't change the name. By the way, you didn't Israelicize the name. Hebraicize the name.
Akunis. It's like
it's a Greek name. Yeah?
It's a Greek. Something. Yeah, of course, influenced by Greek, the Greek community, but the Jewish community in Salonika used to be the Jerusalem of the Balkans, the center of this Sephardi community in Europe. So she used to talk about the Switzerland of the Middle East and the Paris of the Middle East and the fashion and the food and the bars, even the discotheques, the freedom of speech, the freedom of everything. So they ruined Lebanon. There's no territorial debate or conflict, if you want, between Israel and Lebanon. We can solve it in 1 minute. Just, if they want to come to the table and to sign and to be the next country to be part of the Abraham Accords, Lebanon. Now it's impossible. With all the respect, now it's impossible. They need to fight the Hezbollah with the French army, by the way, as President Macron promised that he will take care. He thinks that he is living in 100 years ago when it was the French mandate over Lebanon. It's not. And the Hezbollah killed two French soldiers in the last 2 weeks. And of course that they are not actually saving the ceasefire. They are trying to launch drones and missiles toward our communities in the Upper Galilee. And we are doing what we need to do to defend our people. So if it depends on us, we can solve the problem with Lebanon in 1 minute. The problem is that the Iranians are actually encourage Hezbollah to hurt the Israeli communities and to kill our soldiers there in Lebanon, because we have, as you know, now a security zone in Lebanon, like it used to be before Israel withdrew from Lebanon in May 2000.
Yeah. Ofir, our generation has I think in Israel the same. We have bad memories of that security zone. I think there's a fear that it's going to be like the original Lebanon.
Yes, so we don't want to be there forever. Of course, we don't want to settle there in Lebanon. It's not our territory. It's not our land. It's their land. We don't want to be there. What we must, I talked about Adi's grandmother. My grandmother, she came from Poland, and they settled in Naharia. Naharia, it's less than 10 minutes from the border with Lebanon. So they suffered from the Russian Katyushas from mid-70s, launched by the PLO, and that was the reason for the first Lebanon war. We don't want that the PLO terrorists will actually launch terror attacks against our people. We don't want to be there, and not in the security zone, not at all. But we must secure our people. In Kiryat Shmona, it's almost every 10 minutes. You talked about our sirens in Israel, every 10 minutes. And you don't have the 10 minutes like it's from Iran to Tel Aviv. During the Pesach vacation, I used my shelter hundreds of times. Why? Because they launched hundreds of missiles against Torah Tel Aviv. So this is the situation. We don't want to be there. I know about, we have, let's say a national trauma from 18 years in Lebanon. You're right, by the way. That's true. We don't want to be there. We must be there until the Hezbollah will not be there. The same in Gaza, by the way. I think that the idea, the project that President Trump used to talk about, and it's still his program, actually to build Gaza Riviera. It's a great idea. It's like in Abu Dhabi. It's in Dubai. It can be like Tel Aviv. It can be like Ashkelon. It can be like Haifa. Why not? Why not? Because Hamas took power. Almost. It's 19 years from the summer of 2007, and they ruined the place. So if the Hamas will not be there and Hezbollah will not be, that will be a totally different region, and for the benefit of the Lebanese and the Gazans as well.
Yeah, we hope so. We hope
Yes.
we hope you're right.
That's right. I hope that I'm right. It's not so easy.
Yeah. We just came out of Yom HaZikaron, Yom
Yes.
HaAtzmaut. I know I'm just. Did it feel different in your second year? Does it feel different being here in your second Yom HaAtzmaut, Yom HaZikaron?
It's the third.
It's the third,
It's the
second
third,
year.
yeah.
Does it feel? What's changed in the last year or two? Better, easier, harder?
I will tell you, I must be honest with you. I remember the first week here. That was during the awful days of the protests in the universities, and I saw the horrific pictures and clips from Columbia, from NYU, from New School as well. New School. All of them are in Manhattan.
Yep.
Now it's better. I must be honest with you. Now it's better. I think that President Trump actually changed the atmosphere when he said, "I will not give you $1 if you'll continue with." So it was good. It was very effective. So this is much better. Now we have a different mayor who hates Israel, and
I'm guessing you haven't met him yet.
I will not meet him.
Yeah.
He don't want to recognize Israel as the homeland of the Jewish people. He don't want to recognize Israel as the Jewish homeland. And I don't know if he want to recognize Israel at all, I have to tell you. And the proof is in his very first day. He changed his predecessor, decisions. First of all, about the BDS. What do you mean you will allow the BDS, What, excuse me. What? First of all, what is boycotts? Let's talk about boycotts. Boycotts influenced by Germany in the 30s. If you don't like the Jews, boycott their supermarket, boycott their books, boycott their and then burn their synagogue. Then Okay, that was the first thing, and the IRA definition of anti-Semitism. So I don't think that I need to meet the mayor.
Well, we struggle with it.
I'm not here as Ofir Akunis. I'm here as a representative of the state of Israel, the homeland of the Jewish people.
We struggle with it, by the way, because he is the mayor of New York City. So
He's not your mayor.
But we cover New
Yes,
York
of
City,
course.
so we actually struggle with it.
Yes,
we
of
don't.
course.
So we don't know. Like
Of
we
course.
actually,
Yes.
should we always be beating up on him every time? We
Yes.
do. That's the issue for us.
That's right.
Ofir just said yes.
Yes.
I want to tell you something that it's not him. It's true that it's not him. That his wife liked posts. Who it's unbelievable. I have to tell you. If the mayor or his wife or his father wants to say something and they have an opinion about the Israeli-Arab conflict, they are more than welcome to say their opinion. This is the freedom. I support the freedom of speech. It's the freedom of speech. But to reflect your support to the horrific pictures from October 7th, it's like, it's beyond imagination.
Grotesque.
Exactly. Yes.
We did have a hard time with that. He was elected. We believe in democracy, but the pendulum swings in New York. We've seen it 2 times already in the last decade, with the pendulum going back and forth. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But we did enjoy. I don't know if enjoy is the right word. We appreciated the Times Square billboard campaigns.
Yeah.
that we've been
Yes,
doing.
of course.
Yeah.
We wanted
It's
to-
ongoing.
Yeah, tell us about
Even
them.
though the billboards in Times Square and even I don't know if it's more important, but let's say that it's very important. Will march on May 31st, like we are always, doing during this last Sunday of every May or the first Sunday of every June in Fifth Avenue.
Yep.
With a lot of Israeli flags, with the slogan "Proud Zionists, Pride Israelis." This is our slogan this year, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the billboard they are ongoing in Times Square. I think that it's very important because we just talked about the mayor, but we are doing what we need to do to reflect the beautiness of the state of Israel. Next week, we'll see a new billboard with various faces of Israelis, from, Ashkenazim, Sfaradim, Ethiopians, Americans, Jews, Arabs, seculars, religious. This is the state of Israel. This is the only democracy in the Middle East. By the way, I want to say something about it. For all those hypocrites who are, they are criticizing the state of Israel. Excuse me, what are you talking about? There's no democracy in Syria. There's no democracy in Jordan. There's no democracy in Iran. No, what is it? What are you talking about? How dare you? With all the respect. Don't you want to speak? You don't want to talk about us? You want to criticize us? Okay. In Israel, it's the will of the people. Sometimes it's a left-wing government. Sometimes it's a right-wing government. And the most important thing, I think, is a national unity government.
Right.
It's good, by the way. A national unity government will reflect all the, the various ideas in the Israeli society. Well, how dare you? Yes? Let's see. Yes, these people, or even the protesters here in New York, who dare to chant death to America, death to, Iran, or death to Syria, there in Syria, Damascus, or they can't. We saw what happened in Tehran 3 months ago. They killed all the protesters. So don't preach us, with all the respect. We are the only democracy in the Middle East.
I just want to tell you, so first of all, Kane Year will keep up the signs. I want you to know that for anyone walking through the walkway of the world, I guess Broadway, I'm saying it's very powerful to see those images.
Now, from last week, there's 2 signs, by the way. So we used to actually publish only 1 sign in the last 2 years or 1.5 years. Now there's 2 signs because we think that it's effective. A lot of people from all around the world. By the way, most of them are not New Yorkers.
Correct.
Most of the people who actually visit.
That's
right.
That's the point. That's the point. The point is they're tourists that come from everywhere and they see these kind of images. It makes an impression. But if you should I actually was thinking that it actually makes us as much of an impression on us, on the Jewish community, to see in Times Square being represented.
Yes, I think that we talked about it during our first conversation. I'm here to support the Jewish communities as well. Not only to reflect the Israeli policy in Fox, CNN, ABC, Newsmax, and all the others, Wall Street Journal, New York Post, New York Times, and others. I want you to feel that we are one nation. We are together in this long journey. And this is a long journey. It's just 1 month since Pesach. What was it, the story of Pesach? Okay, the beginning of our, story as a nation, not as one, family or, let's say, 12 tribes. As a nation, a long journey, 40 years. It's a lot.
Apparently, we have a friend of Israel in Argentina, the prime minister, who apparently he told the entire faculty and students body of Yeshiva University that he loves Israel because he saw this movie 40 years ago called The 10 Commandments.
Really? Yes.
And he saw the parting of the Red Sea, and he said, "Oh,
that's good."
This was a little vignette he told Rabbi Herschel Schacht.
Yes.
It's like there are these little stories that appear. They're moving, they're real, but they also fight this misinformation of the last couple
that's
of
right.
years.
That's
so important.
The main problem is in Western Europe. That's the main problem. And then now, unfortunately, in a specific places in the United States as well, especially in the East Coast and the West Coast, unfortunately. But you can find a lot of allies and friends all around the world in India. Modi, the Indian Prime Minister.
Those pictures with him in Israel.
That's right, exactly.
Amazing.
And India, wow, it's not a very small place on earth. I will give you some more examples. Czech Republic and Hungary. Nahon, that's right, that there is a new president there.
I heard he was supportive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he replaced, his predecessor, Orban, and both of them are big supporters of the state of Israel. And other places, Argentina as well. Yes, we have problems in Western Europe, especially in France. I think that this is I don't know how to define, I don't know what is the main problem of President Macron, but I think that I can imagine and in United Kingdom as well, that the fact that there's a lot of Muslim voters,
Yes.
so they prefer to talk to them to ensure their next election. So that's the main problem. Okay, I don't know if they really prefer the Sharia laws rather than the democracy, because that's what they want to do. They want to replace the democracies of England and France and actually with the Sharia laws.
Right.
By the way, it's not a secret. They are saying it.
No.
By the way, even here in Brooklyn or Queens, there are a few imams that are saying it. America will be ours. This is our land. I saw this clip.
Right.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
In the name of the freedom of speech, they are using the American democracy to destroy it.
Yeah. So also, immigration in Western Europe is probably one of the biggest effects, and I already noticed this. I think we could easily say 20 years ago, when I was had a fellowship in Germany for a year, the most common food in Berlin was not the Wiener Schnitzel or a German sausage.
Yes.
It was a doner kebab. This was already happening 20 years ago.
That's you are talking about immigration from Turkey. Now, during the years, a lot of Syrians came from
Yes.
Syria, and I'm not talking about refugees. Refugees,
But
we
these are the
must.
voters now.
Yes, that's right. No, but we have nothing against refugees. We are talking about illegal immigrants. This is two different
Yeah, you're
different issues.
Fair point.
That's right,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's two different issues. That's what
But
I.
in France-
That's what I said about France and United Kingdom. By the way, the fact that France and the United Kingdom are not part of the international, now it's not international coalition, it used to be international coalition. I remember 1991, President Bush talked with Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir in Israel. He said, I don't want you in the international coalition. We will do it for you. With the British, with France, with Italy, with Spain, most of Europe, with Germany as well. Now the opposite is happening. It's only Israel in the United States, and Western Europe, they are not there.
Wow.
I don't think that most of the the population in Western Europe knows that the intercontinental missiles actually
Reach them.
can reach them. And I don't think that they know it, by the way. I'm not sure.
Have there been any? You mentioned about friendships. Now you've been here long enough. Do you have any? Are there any friendships, relationships that you're most proud of over the last 2 years?
I don't want to insult anybody, but I think that the fact that I launched an initiative to bring consul generals to Israel last year, the Argentinian came with me, the Serbian, and the consul general from Bulgaria. In the beginning of June, the Greek and the Romanian, and who is the third, and the Czech consul general will come with me to Jerusalem, to Tel Aviv, to the Upper Galilee, to the Negev, to Gaza envelope. So you
these
can
are
see
new NATO. Those are NATO members. They've
Yes,
been
some
in
of them. Yes, that's right.
Or the newest members.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And let's see what will happen next week, next year. I don't know. Every year is, different consul generals from around the world.
Strategically very important.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I'm holding, a very tight connection with them, and with others as well. I think that beyond the sins, they understand Israel, but as we just said, they prefer their political interest, and not that say, there's not enough Jews here, maybe the Muslim population will vote for us if we will be against Israel. Okay, so they changed their policy. They don't really want, I saw the last events in Paris, one of the suburbs in Paris, then the police escaped from the neighborhood. You can see it, it's in Twitter everywhere. That's not good, by the way.
I mean, the sad part is, why are there no Jews in Greece? Like, you know.
Because, I will tell you. No, I will tell you. First of all, the Nazis killed 97% of the Jewish community in Greece.
They're gone.
And the others, like my family, by the way, my family, they took a decision that was 1934. They listened to Zev Jabotinsky. Zev Jabotinsky said, if you will not ruin the Gola will ruin you. Okay? And they said, okay, what we will do? They got a permission from the British mandate. So they came as illegal immigrants to the state of Israel. They settled in Tel Aviv. They built the port. Tel Aviv port built by the Greek Jews, because they knew it from Salonika.
Yeah, but I was going to say, here's the story of Greek Jews. And by the way, I'm told that Greek Jews still are very involved in the port to this day.
Yes. Yes, that's right. First of all, I'm running there. I'm doing my sports. I exercise there.
They were the only European Jews who knew anything about running a port.
That's right. That's what Elizabeth said. So you absolutely exactly. So that's and they saved themselves. And my grandmother, she understood in the beginning the problem in Poland, so she escaped to Russia. It was right in the beginning of the Second World War. So she and my grandfather, of course, they escaped themselves and served in the Red Army and actually liberated, of course, the camps in Europe with the American troops and the Russians, all of them. Yeah.
Survival really is in your blood.
This exactly.
So not just
and the strong passion to the Zionist idea. I think that by the way, Herzl wasn't the first Zionist, but he was the first Zionist leader.
Yes.
He wasn't the first Zionist because the Aliyah Rishona, the Shevat Zion, came to the state of Israel before. That's not the state of Israel, to the land of Israel, before Herzl. But he actually arranged the Jews to the Jewish Congress. And he was the first Zionist leader. I said it in the Knesset 4 years ago, by the way. In a yard site to
and I think that's
Benjamin
accurate. It's accurate as well. And I'll tell you the way I, as an Orthodox Jew, will look at it is Herzl was really, represented in many ways the secular embrace of Eretz Yisrael, so to speak.
You need to read his books.
Yes.
The name of his book is Medinat HaYehudim. Medinat HaYehudim.
State of the Jews.
That's right, of the Jews. Not of the secular Jews or others, the Jews. And I think that I can quote him here. I think in Medinat, in this book, he wrote, first of all, when we'll return to Zion, we need to return to our Judaism. That's what he wrote. And he was secular, but he was Jewish, And
no argument there.
That's right, exactly. By the way, what happened to him? Why he became a Zionist?
He died poor. No,
Yes, that's yes, but not because of this.
Yeah.
He saw the Dreyfus trial in Paris.
Yep.
In Paris, we just talked about France. So what is it? What was it? A blood libel against high officer in the French army. So he came to Paris to cover the trial as a journalist, and it was a wake-up call. It's like a miracle, Maybe it's from God.
Maybe
that he covered the Dreyfus trial.
We believe that. We believe that.
I'm a believer as well.
I think we're.
Thank you so much.
First of all, thank you. First of all, keep fighting the good fight for the state of Israel.
Thank you so much.
Keep representing us as you do so well.
You need a passion to do it. You need to be very,
You definitely need passion.
Yes.
Keep up actually, one thing I wanted to make sure was that you hadn't lost the passion.
No.
It's good. It's good to see. It's good to see you still have it. Okay.
Thank you so much. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Onward and upward.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being with us on the Jewish Link Pitch Meeting podcast. If you would like to participate or be in touch with us in any way, please email us at editor@jewishlink.news and follow us and find our podcast wherever you find podcasts.